Well, I turned up at the allotment and I had 45 minutes before the committee were leaving. So I managed to get the strimmer and trimmed the grass, but it was so tall I've just cut it about a foot off the ground. So I've gathered it in because I was going to trim it again, but then the committee had to leave, so I will have to give it another trim. But I'm just sat here now looking at the rain, and I thought it was only going to be a drizzle, but it seems to be getting heavier, even though there are blue skies just around the corner. And it's the one day that I haven't brought a coat with me, so I'm going to get wet. But I keep thinking, shall I just stay for another 20 minutes, because it might dry out. And at this rate I'm not sure, because I really wanted to get on. The grass was cut. I'll give it another trim in a few days' time to get it down really to the ground level. I also did a bit of hoeing of the top bed here, but I think today might be a write-off. It's a shame, but as Annie says, let's hope the sun will come out tomorrow. So I'll give you a quick update in the greenhouse anyway. I've tied my grape in to these grips, because the plan is I want to grow the grape all along this side, and there's another section there, and I will grow that up above hills and houses up to the top here, and then all along the ridge. And then next year the fruit will hang down and I get a good crop. Won't get anything this year because you get the harvest of wood from the previous year, so all this will harden up over the next year, and that's where the harvest will come from. Even on a dull day, it's 23.5 Celsius, which is 74.3 Fahrenheit. It has finally stopped raining. So where you're standing there, you're standing on the path between two vegetable beds. So unfortunately, everything that you can probably see in this picture has to be removed. And I know some people are going to hate me for what I'm doing here now, but this oak tree will have to go. It is just in the wrong place, and if I was to leave it grow, it would suck all the life out of the soil and make it very difficult to grow any vegetables. So it's going. Although I've only got a secateurs. There we go, gone. And there is also next door a fig, and that is going as well. Because I have this fig tree here, I'm going to keep that. I wasn't going to when I started, but I think I might quite enjoy them. So that is staying. This pole will be going, so I'm going to have to explore to see whether this pole is actually holding up the fig or not. Not too sure. Maybe that's the fig police coming, or the oak tree police. But all this will be gone, because at the end of the day, it's all about growing veg and trying to be as self-sufficient as possible. And the times that we're living through now, that's even more important. Now I could do the no-dig method and have this ready for food in a week, but I don't have transport, so even to get the cardboard involves a lot of running around the place to try and find it, and then it comes down to the cost of the compost, because the last time I bought a ton of compost it cost £70 plus £10 delivery, and that was before the pandemic, so I'd imagine those prices have gone up as well. Everything's going up. The only thing that's coming down are my trousers. So yes, it feels nice to be out here though, just pottering. Because of the rain, there wasn't a soul here. Everybody's gone. They all left this morning. I think quite a few of us are still trying to recover from the Jubilee. So I just want to do something before I leave. And even if I just cut these down as far as I can go with these, then that is something. And whatever this is in front of you here, whatever that is, sorry, it's going. It's all going. Who knows what this area will look like in a year's time. In theory, it should be full of veg. So I've been to the local garden centre to try and buy time, because I haven't had time to put seeds in this year. I've been concentrating on getting the ground ready. I picked up some seeds. Not some seeds, some plants I mean. So let me show you what I've got. Purple sprouting broccoli. That was £2.99 for that. And Brussels sprouts, £2.99 for that as well. It's a nice windy day today. And then I bought 3 butternut squash. So I'm going to put them in this ground. In the first year of doing a garden, I think it's actually quite a good idea to get plants, because then you can get something in the ground to look after, and it gives you that bit of encouragement when you're doing the rest of the plot or the garden. Now these really need watering, so I will do that. Once these are in, the hose pipe will come out. This is the purple sprouting broccoli. Now things like broccoli and Brussels sprouts and any of the brassicas like a firm bottom, so really press them into the ground. Got to that age now where I need a soft mat for the knees. So we'll put a row of these in. I'm just gonna eyeball the space. What's that? 1.5 foot? I don't know, because I haven't checked whether they tell you what the varieties are, or whether it's just like a generic. Purple sprouting broccoli, free range, just like eggs. No, so it doesn't. So I'm not going to know this year what varieties they are. Also a good time to do a bit of weeding. So when you put them in, firm them, and when you think they're firm enough, firm them again. And with all the brassicas, you can plant them slightly deeper than they come out of the pot. So things like that, just put them down a bit more, and that will actually stop them rocking about. So firm them in, and when you think that's firm enough, firm them again. They like a really firm bottom. So next to the purple sprouting, I'm going to put my Brussels sprouts, and this, it does tell me what the variety is, and apparently it's called Darkmar 21, which I've never heard of before. Nice healthy plants. Again, about 2 foot I'd say. And remember what I said about brassicas, they can go slightly deeper in the hole, but firm them in. If you don't firm them in, you will end up with a loose plant. So if you do a cabbage or a cauliflower and you don't get that firm head, it's usually because they haven't had the opportunity to anchor themselves into the ground. Again, the same sort of distance, trying to take out as much of the mare's tail as I can find. But I'd rather have mare's tail than bindweed, to be honest. At least mare's tail just sits there. Bindweed wraps itself around the plant and tries to strangle it. Yeah, I'll catch that in a minute. I want to try and get these in so I can give them a really good watering. Try and put them in a straight line. Not that it matters, but I like things in a straight line. Bit old-fashioned, like things like that. I think my task for the next week is going to be to set up my kitchen. Oh, there's a few ants here. I think I've just disturbed an ant's nest. Oh. Stretch the body a second. Are you doing sprouts this year? There's something to be said about this buying plants, I must say. Saves all that stress of doing seeds. Is it too hot? Is it too cold? Is there a frost coming tonight? What are you? Are you a plants person? Or would you like to do everything from seed? Oh, there's a weed there. I can have that back. Right, last one goes in there. It's very nice soil, I must say. Been dug over really well at the start of the year. So there we go. Right, should we get, no, let's do the what else did I buy? The squash, and then I'll get the hose pipe out. Right, where's that gone? Don't want to upset the neighbours. I might leave that bag on the run of beans there. Maybe it'll act as a bit of a bird scarer. Put that one up there as well. Probably won't. Probably come back tomorrow. Either the pigeons have had them, or pigeons, yes. I should put protection on top. Oh, where's that? I'll go and get that in a minute. Right. I'm just going to pop these butternut squash, and the variety of this is Waltham. Very good variety. It will grow rather big, and this is what my idea is. If I can have something that will grow far and wide, it will keep the weeds down for the rest of the year. Now there are some people down here who grow something called a shark fin melon. I've been there, I've grown it before, and it goes rampant. But I may visit them during the year and try and find out how they use it in the kitchen. And maybe we'll get an answer after 8 years of trying to find out. So 1, 2, where should the other one go? Other one will go here. Right, let me get the hose pipe. It is such a joy to be on this site and be able to use a hose pipe. It really is. Right, clean up as you go, and then there's no mad rush at the end. Pop that in the door so I remember what variety they are. Everything in the greenhouse is looking really well. The heat has really brought everything on. These lupins and honesty are really starting to bulk out now. Won't be long and they'll be outside. Maybe in about a month. So I've just noticed that my battery on the camera is dying. So I will bid you farewell. I will catch up with you next week, unless you're in the members section where you get to see some extra content throughout the week. It feels good to get some stuff into the ground, and there's been movement on the new vegetable beds. So I will catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now.